The ones that skate outside, you got to rough grind them. You got to take a wheel. I got a wheel that you rough grind them right down to the bare bone of the metal, and then you put hollow grind on them. The ones that skate inside, you don't have to rough grind them.
Hockey is that you get to beat people up in a part of a sport. Plus it's just really fun to go fast and be kind of like a golden retriever and follow a puck. Holy shit, that scared me. This is the best part about hockey outside is that it's beautiful and it's cold and you can get really warm but like stay at a perfect temperature and it's beautiful outside.
I love skating outside. I've lived outside in this weather.
The fact that you can get together with a team of people you don't even know and just have fun. That's the beauty of the sport. Everyone who plays hockey is just kind of a universal person. It's fun, it's good exercise, and it's less expensive than playing actual hockey. Hockey's fun when you look around. Oh! Not bad.
Welcome to today's exciting Copper Basin hockey game on KCAM Glen Allen. Coming to you live with all the action on the ice, here is Scott Yar.
Okay, welcome to Fairbanks, and what a great rink we've got in front of us. We're here at the Big Dipper getting ready for the Greatland Conference regional game between the Glen Allen Panthers and the Kenny Lake Hawks. The winner here will go on to state next weekend, and the loser will hopefully cheer on the other team at state. We'll see how that goes as we've got hometown rivals both traveling 250 miles or so for hockey. So it's going to be a good night. And, of course, up here in the booth, I've got Michelle Easty with me. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
This crosstown rival kind of a game is always exciting.
Yeah, I think that's going to add another aspect of excitement to this game. And besides the trip to state, on the line, it's also a matter of pride in that crosstown rivalry. So, again, I think an exciting game is ahead of us tonight, and we'll just see who ends up on top.
Yep, and remember, the winner of this game...
What? This is great pump-up music, Christy.
There's this or country, that's it.
Not country.
I'd rather listen to country or this. Something else.
Okay, so like we get there like an hour and 15 minutes before the game, and then we like warm up together as a team like an hour before the game, like running. We do running, and then we do stretches as a team to try to keep us and kind of like make everyone think that they need to just think on the game and think about the game. And so then like we get dressed in the locker room, and we have Mr. Knutson will come in and talk to us for a little bit just about like who's on the line, like the lines, and like all like the little things, and then he'll kind of leave and give us time to just talk. Sometimes we'll go around the room and say our goals, one thing we wanted to work on, and one thing that we think we did well, or we think we do well, or just like whatever you want to say, and that for me gets me like ready for the game and prepared to play. And then I don't know, we don't really cheer because the boys are kind of not into that at all, but we have a team prayer and before we go out on the ice.
To this day, I cannot remember going to a place, no matter how remote, that they haven't heard of Kenny Lake hockey and have some story about skating at 90 below zero and kids were freezing to death on ice, and just ridiculous stories from their childhood. And it seems like no matter where you go in the state, everybody's played here at some point or another. And I'm talking about people that are my age and older. They all remember, if they're from here and they skated here and they're a hockey player, they've skated in Kenny Lake.
I've been playing hockey for about 6 years now. I started off playing in Kenny Lake, Alaska, a small rural town. I started off playing outdoor hockey from never skating, and I loved it.
So I think we're the smallest school with a hockey program in the whole,
I think it's
probably.
like a third of our high school plays hockey. That's like how small we are.
And I love outdoor rinks, and I think it's just cool that we still have one, and we practice and play all of our games on it. And
but the heart is something that I do think that small teams, because you already know that you have a disadvantage because you don't have very many people. Like, we only had one goalie, we only have 3 defensemen, we only have 2 centers. They don't have a lot of different players to rely on. It's themselves.
And skating outdoors, we're one of the few people in the country who still do it at the high school level. We're one of the few that have a co-ed team. We're one of the few that still play outdoors. So there's a lot of sense of history that represents high school or represents skating and hockey in Kenny Lake, that allows you to create memories. I don't care who you are, I don't care what age you are, you will have created memories that will allow you to look back fondly on your time on the ice.
Alright, so one thing that we did when I played outdoor in a small town like Kenny Lake is we had these men's games or pickup games where everybody in the community, old, young, 5 years old to 40 years old, gets together and they throw all their sticks in the middle of the ice. And then one person goes in and they toss sticks to either side, and whichever side your stick is on, that's the side you're on. And we would skate for anywhere from 2 to 4, maybe even 5 hours. Anywhere from 0 degrees to 15, 20 below. And it really was a lot of fun.
My stick's over here.
What's so great about outdoor hockey?
Everything. There's just skating outside, there's just nothing quite like it. It's nice being outside.
Our ice is hard, our ice is fast, our boards are solid.
Outdoor in Alaska is certainly unique. It's an environment unlike any other.
Hockey started outside. Yep. It's not supposed to be in a building, it started on a lake, so outdoor hockey is more traditional, it's fun.
Yeah, it toughens you up. You're not a little pussy, I guess. I don't know. No, I mean, like, you're outside, it's 40 below, your eyelashes are all caking up with frost and everything, and there's nobody else around, you're just skating, you like listen to your skates echo, as you like cut. Go out and try and break pucks and stuff. The boards are all stiff from being cold. It makes you tough.
Certainly, the guys and gals that play hockey up here, they love it and they grew up with it on the pond. It's a little different, but it's a different level of intensity.
You can imagine the hits are harder, the game is faster, it's a little more dangerous. I kind of like that. Well, you know, what's too cold to skate, you know, is relative based upon whether you're on indoor or outdoor. Our kids literally don't like skating indoors because it's too warm.
Outdoor ice is awesome. So smooth and fast.
I'm gonna say that.
No.
It's good when there's not a crowd of 20.
That too.
And then it's
But outdoor ice is faster.
But yeah, it's a lot nicer than indoor ice because it's not as hot.
And it's all that like slushy crap that you can't turn in.
Yeah, I even get hot in the nude and in the patty, so pointing that out.
I get hot in the polar, and that's like 5 below. I played indoor a little bit, and I definitely don't prefer it. It's a lot hotter, sweatier, slower, especially.
The main difference is we go through a lot more water, and they're also incredibly warm, and I would say just looking at them, they are slower on indoor ice versus outdoor ice because of the heat. They're just not, it's just not conducive for the time. I mean, they're used to the colder temperatures.
Because indoor rink, you're like sweating and you're like, there's just bleachers, empty bleachers, but then like you're out here and like trees are surrounding you, and on like a clear night you have like stars, and it's like, I don't know. I just like it.
Yeah, I like also, it feels different when with your skates. It's a lot harder and crisper. Yeah. So every stride is a little bit like you're pushing into the ice, and it's just like, love the sound that, my favorite sound is when it's like 30 below and you're skating and you just, all the ice is just cracking underneath you. That's like my favorite sound in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot different from an indoor rink, and I like it better than an indoor rink.
But it's not quite the same. It doesn't have quite that bite to it.
White toes, definite frostbit ears, yeah, cheeks. It kind of gets everything.
Well, it was like 20 below out one day at practice, and my TPS gloves have big holes in them, and my fingers froze up really bad. Like my whole finger turned purple, and I got a big blister on the side of it.
The temperature I got the frostbite at was -30. It was really cold, and we still had to go to practice. And I got another frostbite on my right middle toe. And it's really hard because then you can't skate and everyone calls you a wimp.
Well, it really hurt. Like when I popped the blisters, and like I got bare skin or bare like flesh kind of down there, and it really hurt. Yeah.
It hurts when you get frostbite.